I'm at Target. We in Gastonia with it. This call was a no heat call. They got automated logic thermostat company that sends out these calls whenever they get issues, and they say it was a combustion problem. That's normally talk about the inducer draft motors. It's a 2-stage unit. I go straight and look at my combustion motors with me knowing a particular area to look at. If I'm looking at my windings, those are windings in there. It's a bunch of coils. And that is evidence of burn wires and coils. You should want to see like a brownish color on your windings. This one look kind of black. But I'm not gonna condemn nothing until I know for sure. I can almost go ahead and condemn this one because you see this here, like it's been shorted out already. But that's just a visual inspection without checking anything. I ain't checked nothing yet. But yeah, I'll let y'all know what all ends up going on this call. But yeah, it what goes on, man. We ain't dealing with nothing. When you hear HVAC calls, you think, man, you gotta check all this stuff. No, you can dial into what the problem is and you pinpoint that area. If it's no cool, then it may be, you feel me? But if it's no heat and they give you a reason, you're just looking for those. We're gonna check flame sensors, igniters, and all that. We're gonna do all that. But for the most part, let's get them right. So both of these motors plugged in right here. One right there. This one plugged in right here. I put it in the heat test. This one getting 490 volts. That's enough voltage, or the supply voltage to feed this motor and make it cut on. This one reading the same thing. The motor's supposed to spin. Only thing that'll stop it is if the motor bad, but they got capacitors on them. And you can see if the capacitor bad. Look at that. You can see what's going on. But that say 4 UF, that just means microfarad. I'm gonna check that for y'all right quick, show y'all. Cause it can easily just be a bad capacitor. I'm on these terminals, good. We read OL. She shot, man, all the way. She through. So we gonna get that motor out of here. We gonna come with a capacitor. These Fasco motors. The capacitor from this one that I said is obviously grounded. I ain't got no power on, so don't do what I do unless you did what I did. You know? Don't let that go over your head. This capacitor is 4 microfarads. Same one. And we got 3.4. Now we do have a percentage that we can go under and over. Let's say +6 or -6%. So we need to find out what's 6% of 4. And if it's not 3.4, if it's not over 3.4, then we know our capacitor bad. Alright, so since I know I gotta replace those inducer motors, we checking flame sensor, igniter. Maybe just go here and replace those cheap parts, and they need them. They don't want those to fail after putting 2 new parts. But the most important thing, you changing something on that heat section, you want to go ahead and check the integrity of your heat exchanger. So I'm on an old school Linux board, so ain't got no power to it. Don't do what I do unless you did what I did. No power to this Linux unit. You will look at it and think, man, what a heat exchanger? What is this guy talking about? I don't know how to get to that, blah, 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 blah. But right under this blower wheel, matter of fact, we got a dual blower, 2 of them. The whole shaft go across, so this gotta come out enough for me to check the heat exchanger that's housed up under that right there. So my heating section right there on that side, heat exchanger in there. You don't want to change out the old parts and find out after brand new parts installed, you got cracks in the heat exchanger. Carbon monoxide poison, you got customers or the people who house you serving, they now messed up because of our lack of attentiveness. So let's go ahead. We're going to get it halfway pulled out. You would think I need 2 people. Now I would if I want to check both of them. I am going to check both of them. But I'm going to show y'all how we're going to do it, man. This one, we got 2 screws on this joint. I already took the first one out. It's another screw right here. It's a big handle right here for a reason. Once again, the power is out. Don't do what I do unless you do what I did. Alright, we got that unplugged. Get out of this shit out the way. You want to watch out for any wires. Make sure you got slack enough to pull on these. It looks like I'm having enough slack to pull out. So let's see. So they're about halfway right there. We about halfway out. And by this time, I got at least one stage of heat exchangers exposed. I'm gonna hop over there and see. And I may just have to flash my light over to the other one since this is a one-man job. They're not paying for 2 technicians to be out here. So I'm gonna do what I can. So if you've never seen the heat exchanger, this how they coming. They don't supposed to be this rusted out. I mean, they do. If they this rusted out and you don't find no cracks, you wanna go ahead, do the wise thing and get a customer the option to replace it. Just to leave that option open. You don't have to make it mandatory. Some companies do, but we gonna do what's best for the customer. I found a crack though, you feel me? I'm not gonna show you how I went about, doing what I was doing, but there we go. This all you need to see. If it was a pinhole, it's time to replace this heat exchanger. So they gonna get a new heat exchanger for stage 2. Also, I can peek over to stage 1 like I told y'all. One man, halfway out. We got a hole right here. I don't have to look no more. That would just be for fun, shits and giggles if I wanted to type shit. So, like I said, when you see rust on these, you can go ahead and recommend they replace it before we get to that point. Because that's when it becomes hazardous to whoever in that space down there. Whoever occupying that space, these blowers sit on top of this and blow it down with it's cooling the heat. Those blower job is to blow it down in there. They got cracks in this shit. Somebody ain't gonna like it. You're gonna be spending way more money. Now I ain't gonna say all that. But yeah, the limit switches just look like some shit. Limit switch for stage 1, limit switch for stage 2. They supposed to be closed at all times unless the temperature gets too high inside of here. Whether it's because the blower not running, filter's dirty, whatever reason, it's a safety for the unit. So I'm gonna check the integrity of these. I'm still gonna quote them out. I mean, you rather have all your safeties, man. All your safeties in good shape. Okay, we gonna button that jump back up. I'm quoting them out for a whole new heating section, man. From the inducer motor to the gas valve, to the burners, to the igniters, to the flame sensor, to the pressure switch, to the heat exchanger. This unit 14 years old. I'm also gonna get them a unit replacement quote to see what they wanna do. Man, we service residential, we service commercial. However you want it, man. Just make sure you get them for what they need at the right price for you and them. And we also gonna lock this in out so they don't need to turn their heat on at all, man.